Good morning all. Welcome to the session of DBMS, that is what the ER model. In the previous session, that means in last two sessions, we are discussing about the designing of an ER diagram for a given scenario, right? And we have successfully solved the two wonderful scenarios, right? One is with respect to an employee management system scenario, right? Where it includes employees, departments, then projects, right? Also things, dependents, also things we have represented the whole story, that means the scenario, requirement scenario, into its equivalent pictorial representation by using the ER notations, right? Then after that we took one more scenario in the previous session, that is with respect to the cricket tournament, right? So almost it's equivalent to an IPL kind, right? And we have there it consists of we need to record the details about the teams, right? The requirement contains things to be recorded regarding teams, players, then winning team, man of the matches, match details, stadiums, scheduled date and time of a match, right? Also things we have successfully represented, which are given in the requirement into its equivalent pictorial representation by using ER model notations, right? So now guys, I am with the fourth exercise in front of you. That will even for this scenario, exercise 4 also, it is also a kind of a scenario. Even for that also, we'll go with drawing one ER model, construct an ER model for this scenario, guys. We'll start. Guys, it's a scenario which talks about the tourist places which are present in a country, right, and the visitors, right, also things. We'll go through the scenario and we'll construct an ER diagram for the scenario, guys. I'll go with one by one, line by line, as what we did, and in the left hand side we'll try to construct an ER model after reading each and every statement of the scenario, guys. A country can have many tourist places. Each tourist place is identified by using tourist place ID having a name, belongs to a state, number of kilometers away from the capital city of that state, and history. Look at this one, guys. Once after seeing these statements, we'll come to know that they're talking about the tourist place, right? And they're describing how exactly the tourist place is. That means what are the attributes, the properties of a tourist place, right? Those things they're describing here, right? So let me go with drawing what it indicates, guys. So definitely it is giving a direction, hint for us of going for creating a tourist place kind of an entity type, right? Yes, I'll go with writing one tourist place kind of an entity type now. Yes. What next, guys? We'll try to identify the attributes, key attributes, and rest of the other kind of attribute, right, where it describes the tourist place entity type. So tourist place ID, tourist place is identified by using what? Tourist place ID. It's an indication that what, guys? The tourist place ID, it is to be treated as a key attribute. Let me go with drawing this tourist place ID. Let me call it by name T place ID, where T represents tourist kind of a thing, place ID, a short and sweet, right? So let me go with underlining it as a key attribute, right? Fine. Next, having a name, tourist place having a name, TP name, tourist place name. Fine. Next, belongs to a state, it belongs to some state. Let me record the state as an attribute. Next, number of kilometers away from the capital city, right? So that also we want to record. Let me go with record this number of kilometers as an attribute. Number of kilometers away from the capital city of that state. Fine, state we have recorded. Fine. So don't go with a few of my friends will have a confusion that, oh, state derives that number of kilometers, so that state becomes a stored attribute and number of kilometers becomes a derived attribute. No, guys, because both of them are different data types, right? So state For that we will make use of a string, and based on that definitely we cannot derive a number of kilometers, right. So for that that means it is just they are giving a hint how to record that number of kilometers, right. So it is based on what? That means it is based on the state capital city, right, that they have given. Don't think that it is a derived attribute and it is going to be derived from a state, right. No, that means it is depending on a state, right, that is it. Next, history. Every tourist place having a history, right, that all we know that Mysore means Mysore Palace. If I say it is a tourist place and it is residing in the state called Karnataka, then it is having some 120 kilometers from its capital city of that state, that means Karnataka capital, that is from Bangalore, right. So that will record 120, and state as Karnataka, tourist places Mysore something, right, place ID something, it is an auto increment ID, right, auto generator, right. Fine. Next, after that Mysore Palace, it is having a history, right, so that all will record. Let me record this history as an attribute here. Yes, successfully we have done this history. It could be what? Fine. History, fine. Next, after that, let me go with moving to a next statement, because almost all things we have considered now. So the next statement here, there are many tourists. In the same scenario, I am continuing, that's it. There are many tourists visit tourist places. Now they started talking about what, guys? They are talking about tourists now, right? Fine. There are many tourists visit tourist places every year. Obviously, it is true, right? Every year tourists visits the tourist places of their interest, right? Fine. Next, each tourist is identified uniquely by using a tourist ID having a name, age, country and multiple email IDs. What it shows, guys? They are talking about the tourist now, and they are describing how exactly a tourist can be described, right? So what all the properties of a tourist, those things they are describing here, right? So let me go with creating a tourist kind of an entity type, because they want to record the details about a tourist, like tourist ID having a name, age, country and email IDs, right? So let me go with creating an entity type in the name of what? Tourist. Yes, have created. What next? Next is each tourist is identified uniquely by using what? Tourist ID. It is an indication that the tourist ID become an attribute, but what kind of attribute it is? Uniquely identified. Each tourists are uniquely identified based on tourist ID. It is an indication that it is what? A key attribute of this tourist, right? Then what? Having a name, age. Let me go with recording. Having a name, T name, tourist name. Next, having a age. Fine. Don't think that, sir, we are having a age, so for that age is a derived attribute we have seen. No. Age become a derived attribute, suppose if it is given in a requirement scenario like that, right, where date of birth we are storing and we are deriving a age from it. Suppose if it is given like that, then during that time the date of birth become a stored attribute and age become a derived attribute, since it is derived from a date of birth, right? Fine. But no such things are given here, so for that don't record it as a derived attribute. It is simply a single valued attribute. Fine. Simple attribute, right? Fine. Next, single valued simple attribute. Next, and country. The tourist belongs to some country. Let me go with recording a country here. Fine. Next, what? And multiple email IDs. Fine. The name, multiple email IDs. Each tourist might have what? Multiple email IDs he might record. It's an indication that every tourist is an instance here which are recorded under a tourist entity type, right? So each and every tourist entity might have multiple email IDs. It's an indication that one instance having multiple email IDs, it's an indication that it's a multi-valued attribute, right? So let me record this email ID as what? Multiple email IDs. It's an indication that we have to record it as a multi-valued attribute. How to record, guys? So always multi-valued attributes are represented in ER model with the help of two concentric elliptic symbols, right? That means two concentric this oval shaped symbol that we are usually making use, right? This is what a standard and notations which are used especially to represent a multi-valued attribute in an ER model, right? So that we have shown here, fine. Is there anything left out? Yes, tourist ID, we made it as key attribute and rest of the other attributes along with a multi-valued attribute we have recorded. Is there anything left out here? Yes, one thing is missed. What is that, guys? There are many tourists, fine, many tourists that we will record. Each instance that represents one entity of the tourist. Like that I can record as many things as I want possible. Next what? Tourists, especially when you go with mapping into a relational model, it gave birth to a what? One tourist kind of a table. That's it. That we will discuss in the upcoming sessions. So there are many tourists visit tourist places. Oh, they're talking about something. What is that? What is that, guys? Tourists visits tourist places. We are having a tourist place here and tourist here. In between, there is some relation between tourist and tourist place. What is that? Visits. Many tourists, look at this one, guys. Many tourists visits tourist places. It's an indication that it requires to create a relationship between the tourist and the tourist place, right? We can say tourist visits tourist places most of the time. So for that here time being what I can do is tourist place. Either I can say tourist visits tourist places or tourist place is visited by tourists. That is what we call it by name active and passive voice, right? Like that we can say. Fine, tourist visits tourist places. Now we can say tourist place. When I want to read it from left to right, sorry. Tourist place visited by tourists. That also same, right? That I can say. And one more, what they are saying? Many tourists. Oh, many means what? Yeah, many tourists visits tourist places. Again, places here, right? What it indicates? Many tourists might visit Mysore, fine. So one tourist place, and a tourist place can be visited by many tourists, fine. And one more, a tourist can visit, even he might visit what Mysore, then Srirangapatna, like that. There are many tourist places. A single tourist can visit many places. This is also true. Could be there in the next line. Let me take a tourist visits, problem statement, many tourist visits tourist place, many tourists visits one place, and one more are many places, and one place could be visited by many tourists, and a tourist can visit many places. It's an indication that one I can take out because n holds even that one also, because, and one more, it is representing n greater than equal to 1, that I can say. Here it is an indication that one to many from one end and one to many from another end, that becomes many to many from another end, then that becomes what? Many to many. One tourist can visit many tourist places, and one tourist place can be visited by many tourists. That becomes what? Many to many. Many tourist place, many tourists. Right? Next. There are many tourists visits tourist places. Yes, visits tourist places. Next. Every year, tourist places every year. Then each tourist is identified uniquely by using tourist date. It's all over, fine, sorry. Here. It's also required to record the visited date. A tourist visits many tourist places that we have mentioned here. Next, it is also required to record the visited date in the database. Visited date, in which date the tourist has visited the tourist place, that also we want to record. Suppose if I record it here at the tourist end, then that becomes a tourist entry will be made only once in the table. So once if it becomes an attribute of the table, then what happens, then a tourist, if he visits any place, any tourist place, then it doesn't permit him to enter one more visited details into a same table. So for that, suppose can I try it for adding a visited date in the tourist place? So then again this also becomes a problem. Why? So once if any one tourist visited a tourist place, then I cannot record, because tourist place ID itself is that I cannot repeat. So since it doesn't repeat, I cannot enter or record one more date visited by another tourist, right? In the same avoid it, the visited date doesn't fit either in a tourist entry type or in a tourist entry type. Actually, it is connected to what? To both tourist and as well as a tourist place. Which tourist visited which place, what day, that we want to recognize. Right? So it's an indication that since it is a many to many cardinalities we are having, so for that, most of the time this many to many cardinalities give birth to a new relation, right? So for that, especially when we go with ER to relational model, right? Mapping. So during the time, now let me go with recording visited day attribute as a part of this relationship type, because once if it creates a new relation by taking the key attributes from both the relation like tourist state and the tourist place ID, because both I want to repeat many times, because I want to show a tourist might visit many places, and as well as a place could be visited, might be visited by what? Many tourists. So and with respect to each entry I want to record at the visited date, right? So that date I can record it only when those two attributes, tourist place ID and tourist ID, where it both we can repeat, where it permits us to repeat, only there I can make use of this visited date, right? So where it is available, only that I can do it in the relationship type, especially when we are having a many to many, right? So for that I have recorded here. That's it. Let me move on to the next statement. A tourist can visit a tourist places many times. Okay, a tourist can many times, since it is many to many, that we can record. Fine. Next, a tourist place can be visited by many tourists either in the same date or in the other different dates. No issues. I can record any date as I want, because we have not made it as what any key attribute here, because relationship type there we will not record any key attribute, right? If it is having a key attribute, then that becomes what, guys? An entity type most of the time. That's what? A strong entity type. And that's all, almost all statements we have covered of this for this scenario. So the whole scenario consists of what? Only two entity types and one relationship type, and one attribute which is connected to a relationship type, right? So here we have shown that we are recording the tourist details, tourist place details by identifying the proper key attribute and one multi-valued attribute in the tourist, and the relationship type between the tourist place and the tourist, right? So major intention of this scenario is how to record the tourist places and their visited details, right? Those things they want to record in a database, right? So now after this in the ER to relational mapping, we'll try to convert this constructed ER diagram into a relational model. So look at this one, guys, how beautifully we constructed, that means we have represented this English-like statement of the requirement, right? So that into a what? A pictorial form, right? And one more, suppose if our assumption is like this, that means if any tourist, if we recorded here, that tourist visited at least one place, if we assume like that, then during that time it becomes what? A total participation. Suppose let's assume there are few tourists, they have not visited even a single tourist place also, during that time it becomes what? A partial participation, because that entity is not associated, not participating, right? So with this another entity type, that is tourist place. But one or the other way, definitely if tourist place, if a recording means at least any one of the tourists has visited, so for that let me go with recording it as what? A total participation. If you want, you can record, that means all tourists are participated here, that means visited, then during the time we can record it. If our assumption is like this, all tourists, every tourist visited at least one place, then during that time it becomes what? Total. And every place visited by either any one of the tourists, then during the time from this end also it becomes what? A total participation, right? So that's all from my end, guys. Thank you. Thanks for your patience. Listening.